Welcome everybody to Mr. Mickey's Closet. That's right, Mr. Mickey's Closet. Closet number 141. Not my man cave, but my teacher cave. And yes, it is class time right here. Hope the week's going all right for you guys. We're going to go through some stuff. I'm going to show you what's going on for the week here to end it off. And then we're going to go and we're going to do our thing. So let's start here looking at compound, complex, and simple sentences. Yesterday, Tuesday, you were given an assignment number 4. 49% of you actually finished it. And at first, I was getting a little worried because I had 31 people doing the assignment and 3 of you watched the videos, and I could tell. So the overall average wasn't too bad. It was 11 out of 14 for what we're showing for scores. But let's make sure that we're watching the videos, because I know that average could go way higher if you guys watch both of the videos. There's a video from somebody else, and then there's a video from me. Okay? So make that a goal, not just in my class, but in other classes, just because that's kind of our teaching. We want to make sure you're being sponges and taking in what we're putting out there on these videos. Okay? So if you, on assignment number 4, if you get your paper returned back to you and you got an 8 or lower, you can retake it for a higher score. I would actually encourage you, please do that. Okay, I think after you go through it once, then you can see like, oh, okay, this, I know my errors of where I messed up, and then it might help you to do it again. Okay. So number 4 on assignment 4 was the one that really rose to the top as far as some confusion. So I wanted to go through that real quick. And so let's take a look. It says James and Eve rode their bicycles after they ate lunch. It was basically 30, and a little more than 30%. So it was almost tied for all of the guesses. Okay, there's a lot of guesses going on for which one they thought James and Eve rode their bicycles after they ate lunch. So if we're going to break this down, again, we always ask, our first question is, how many sentences are within the overall sentence? So I can see, first of all, James and Eve is my subject. Okay, and what's the doing part? That's called the predicate. Yes, predicate. They rode what? Rode their bicycles. Okay. I also see another sentence. They ate lunch. They is the subject. And ate lunch is going to be our predicate portion there. Okay. Now, we know there's 2 sentences within there. So it's either compound or complex. What do we have to do here? We have to look at our connecting word. Use another color. The connecting word is after. So we know that after is not part of the compound connecting words. Remember, compound connecting words are going to start with our acronyms here. For, and, nor, but, or, and yet. So because after is not one of these words, then it's a complex sentence. If some of you didn't take assignment number 4, holy man, you just got an answer. All right. Let's take a look overall for the week. Assignment number 1 with spelling, 81% of you have that in. Virtual high five. Okay. 73% of you for assignment 2 and 65% of you for assignment 3, which is pretty good after 2 days. Another virtual high five. All right. Assignment 4, which started with the compound, complex, and simple sentences. So far, almost half of you have that in. Okay, so good job there. Keep her going. Know that next week we're actually getting into poetry, which is one of my faves. And I think it'll be one of yours too. Okay. Before I let you go, though, we're going to get some practice here quick. Okay. So I'm going to put some sentences up. And while I put them up, I want you to think about the steps that we take to label our simple, complex, and compound sentences. Okay. The first one says this. Maybe with being at home all the time, maybe you're having parents yell more or family members yell more. So here we go. Here's a sentence. She yells at me and it doesn't make me happy. So I want you right now to just think about what you think it is. Is it compound, complex, or simple? She is the subject. Yells at me is the predicate. It is the subject. Doesn't make me happy is the predicate portion. We have the connecting word of and, which makes it a compound sentence. Hopefully you got that one. Let's go with number 2. She yells at me when I make a mess. So think it over. What is it? She yells at me is one sentence. I make a mess is another sentence. The connecting word is when. When is not part of our fanboy, so we know it's going to be complex. 2 more. She yells at me. How many sentences are within this one? Just one. Okay, so this is going to be a simple. We know she is our subject, and yells at me would be that predicate portion. Okay. Here's one that's pretty close to it, but a little different. She yells at me and my brother. This one was confusing a couple of you because of this connecting word of and. But take a look. Remember, if it's going to be compound or complex, there needs to be 2 sentences. She yells at me is one sentence. However, my brother is not a sentence. So we only have one full sentence going on here, which makes this a simple sentence. I hope we're doing okay with all of that. And again, if you need any help with that, let me know. And if you haven't watched those videos, please go back and watch them because that's really going to break it down nicely for you. Okay? Hope your Wednesday goes great. Keep in touch with me. We miss you guys. Have a good day, okay?